America has been frightened and fascinated by serial killers for decades. Dramas and documentaries about serial killers are binge-watching hits. Ted Bundy, Son of Sam, Jeffrey Dahmer. They're names that will live in infamy. Once hundreds of serial killers were thought to be active in the United States, but today many researchers believe there are just a handful. One reason, the presence of surveillance cameras and phone tracking technology is also helping cops catch killers before they kill again.
It is much more difficult to hide if you are a serial killer today than in the 1960s and 1970s.
Jody Johnstone is a forensic psychologist and author of Serial Killers, 101 Questions True Crime Fans Ask. Why do you think the number of serial killers has gone down?
There's a couple of different reasons that really come into play here. One is the lack of available victims. So I grew up in the 70s when it really was true that your parents would say, come home before it gets dark. And so we're out, out and about, unsupervised for lengthy amounts of time. I think very few parents today would have that same philosophy. It was very common in the 70s and early 80s for people to hitchhike, and we know how vulnerable people are when they get in somebody else's car.
Brian Koberger, the defendant in the murders of 4 University of Idaho students, was arrested in 7 weeks using advanced DNA and tracking technology. Is he the type of killer who would have killed again?
There's little doubt in my mind that with the amount of premeditation that he put into this, that he would have killed again if he'd gotten away with it.
Meanwhile, it's been revealed that the wife of the accused Gilgo Beach serial killer has cancer, but her health insurance came from her husband's business.
She has breast cancer. She also has skin cancer. She's presently under a course of treatment that's going to continue for the next 12 to 18 months. Her health insurance is due to expire in the next 60 days.
But an attorney for some of the victims' families say she deserves no sympathy.
She should be considered a suspect and not just a bystander or someone who's been victimized by a husband. Remember, she's been there with him steadily for 27 years.
Police say they don't believe Rex Heuermann's wife was involved in the killings. Meantime, Heuermann and Brian Koberger both have pled not guilty.